Here's the thing about harsh truths. Most people avoid them like a bad Wi-Fi connection. Why? Because they shatter the cozy delusions we wrap ourselves in to feel comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of growth, and Sigmas, the ultimate lone wolves of society, know this better than anyone. Fun fact: did you know humans are biologically wired to conform? Neuroscience reveals that your brain rewards you with feel-good chemicals just for fitting in. Sigmas, however, seem to have bypassed that wiring altogether. Instead of chasing approval, they pursue reality no matter how raw or brutal it is. In a world where most people cling to lies to survive, Sigmas embrace truths that make them thrive. These aren't your average inspirational poster truths, though. These are the gritty, uncomfortable realities most people spend their lives running from. Ready to hear the ones nobody wants to admit? Let's dive into the truths Sigmas live by while laughing at the rest of the world for avoiding them. Before we start, I've noticed that most of you watch my stories without subscribing. Come on guys, show some love and hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world and helps me keep creating content you enjoy. 1. Comfort zones are where dreams go to die. Comfort zones are deceptively dangerous. They feel warm, familiar, and safe, but they're also where ambition shrivels, potential stagnates, and dreams quietly wither away. Most people spend their lives convincing themselves that staying in their comfort zones is a smart choice. They tell themselves they're being practical or realistic, but deep down, they're just afraid of failure, judgment, and the unknown. Sigmas see through this self-deception. They know that comfort zones aren't safety nets, they're prisons in disguise. Growth doesn't happen when you're comfortable. It happens when you take risks, make mistakes, and confront harsh realities. Sigmas willingly step into discomfort. They take the job no one else wants because it's a challenge. They end toxic relationships, even when it's scary to be alone. They pursue risky ideas that might fail spectacularly because they know failure teaches more than complacency ever could. The truth is, staying comfortable might protect you from short-term pain, but it guarantees long-term regret. Sigmas refuse to let that happen. They'd rather face the sting of temporary failure than spend their lives wondering what could have been. To them, discomfort isn't something to fear, it's a sign they're growing, evolving, and becoming stronger. Most people cling to their comfort zones because they believe it keeps them safe. Sigmas, however, understand that safety is an illusion. Life is unpredictable, and the only way to truly thrive is to adapt, take risks, and push beyond your limits. Dreams don't live in comfort zones, they're found in the challenges, failures, and uncertainties most people avoid. Sigmas know this, and that's why they chase discomfort, not security. 2. Not all relationships deserve your emotional energy. Not every relationship deserves your time, energy, or loyalty. That's a harsh truth most people refuse to accept. They cling to toxic friendships, exhausting family ties, or one-sided partnerships out of guilt, fear of loneliness, or the illusion that things will somehow get better. Sigmas know better. They understand that some connections are nothing more than emotional dead weight, dragging you down and draining your potential. The reality is that some people only keep you around because you're useful to them. They don't value you, they value what you bring to their lives. Sigmas spot these patterns early. They recognize when they're being used or undervalued and don't hesitate to cut ties, no matter how uncomfortable it might feel. Letting go of relationships isn't about being cold or ruthless, it's about self-respect. Sigmas understand that their energy is finite, and they won't waste it on people who don't reciprocate. They know holding on to the wrong relationships only creates space for more frustration, resentment, and disappointment. By walking away, they make room for connections that are genuine, balanced, and uplifting. Most people stay in bad relationships because they're afraid of being alone. Sigmas don't have that fear. They've learned that solitude is far better than being surrounded by people who don't truly care. They'd rather stand alone with their dignity intact than compromise their peace for the sake of company. Cutting off toxic relationships isn't easy, but it's necessary. Sigmas do it without hesitation because they know their well-being depends on it. 3. Failure is a stepping stone, not a dead end. Sigma males view failure not as a mark of defeat but as an essential part of growth and learning. They understand that every setback holds valuable lessons that can guide them toward success. While others may fear or avoid failure, Sigmas embrace it as a necessary experience for improvement. They analyze their mistakes with a critical eye, identifying what went wrong and how they can adapt their strategies moving forward. This resilience and willingness to learn from failure sets them apart and enables them to achieve long-term success. For Sigmas, the only true failure is giving up or refusing to try again. 4. Your time is your most valuable asset. Sigma males have a deep understanding of the value of time. Unlike many people who waste it on trivial pursuits or distractions, Sigmas prioritize using their time wisely. They focus on activities that align with their goals, values, and personal growth. They are intentional about their commitments, saying no to anything that doesn't add value to their lives. This could mean avoiding unnecessary social obligations, steering clear of toxic environments, or limiting time spent on mindless entertainment. By guarding their time fiercely, Sigmas create space to pursue what truly matters, ensuring they live life on their terms. Point 5. The truth makes you lonely. The pursuit of truth often isolates those who choose to walk that path, and Sigma males are no strangers to this reality. They are unafraid to challenge conventional beliefs or confront uncomfortable truths, even when it alienates them from others. While most people prefer to live within the comfort of societal norms and accepted narratives, Sigmas are drawn to authenticity. They believe that living a life based on honesty and integrity is far more fulfilling than conforming to avoid judgment. This unyielding commitment to truth often makes them loners, but they embrace this solitude as a small price to pay for their freedom and authenticity. Point 6. Happiness is overrated. For Sigma males, happiness is not the ultimate goal of life. They view it as a fleeting emotion, often tied to external circumstances that are beyond one's control. Instead, they focus on cultivating purpose, resilience, and personal fulfillment. Sigmas understand that life is a mix of highs and lows. They accept challenges and hardships as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to happiness. By shifting their focus from temporary pleasure to long-term meaning, they achieve a deeper sense of satisfaction and inner peace that transcends the pursuit of happiness. Point 7. You'll always be misunderstood. Sigma males often find themselves misunderstood because they don't fit neatly into societal molds. They reject the idea of conforming to societal expectations, choosing instead to forge their own paths. Their independent and introspective nature makes them enigmatic to others, who may struggle to understand their motivations or choices. Sigmas accept that being misunderstood is a natural consequence of living authentically. They don't seek validation from others and are content with being true to themselves. This mindset allows them to remain focused on their goals and values regardless of external opinions or judgments. Point 8. The majority is usually wrong. Groupthink and herd mentality dominate society, but Sigma males have learned to question the status quo. They understand that the majority is often driven by convenience, fear, or superficial trends rather than logic and critical thinking. Sigmas rely on their intuition, research, and independent thought to make decisions. They are not swayed by popular opinion or societal pressure, which often leads them to unconventional, but highly effective solutions. This skepticism towards the majority helps them avoid pitfalls and remain ahead of the curve in both their personal and professional lives. Point 9. You can't save everyone. Sigma males are empathetic, but they also understand that not everyone is willing or ready to be helped. They may initially try to guide or support someone, but they quickly recognize when their efforts are futile. Rather than wasting energy on those who refuse to change or take responsibility for their lives, Sigmas focus on their own growth and on helping those who genuinely want to improve. This pragmatic approach allows them to conserve their resources and avoid unnecessary frustration. Number 10. True freedom requires brutal self-discipline. Freedom is often misunderstood as the ability to do whatever one pleases. Sigma males know that true freedom comes from discipline, controlling your habits, emotions, and decisions so that you're not enslaved by external circumstances or impulses. Sigmas practice self-discipline in every aspect of their lives, from managing their finances to maintaining their health and pursuing their goals. By mastering themselves, they create the autonomy to live life on their own terms. For Sigmas, discipline is not a limitation but a tool that empowers them to achieve their aspirations and maintain their independence. If you found these insights helpful, feel free to leave a comment. If you're unsure about what to say, simply write "done" to let us know you watched until the end. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we invite you to subscribe now and become part of our channel. Thank you for your attention. Until next time.